Hello guys, this is Eric from ET Figure Unboxing, and in this video, we're going to take a look at Figma number 151, Emiya Kiritsugu from the Fate Zero series. So I got this guy a long time ago. I think I was still in college or something, and even then he was still a very old figure. So by now he's a very old figure. But yeah, he's still very cool, and here's the backside of the box. And if you know the series, like, he's a very badass character. I like him. He's very good. And here's the right side of the box featuring the picture. And let's see what we have in the box. Alright, so here we got a figure still in the plastic packaging, and he came with a lot of stuff. Like, there's two faces, some stickers that's very small, I gotta be careful, and a rifle, his magic gun, his machine gun, and some gun effect parts, and a pair of exchangeable hands where you can pull off the pose where he's putting his hands into the pocket. Like, that's very cool. And some Figma stands and some of his hands and the Figma bag. Let's get straight into the figure. Alright, so here we have the figure straight out of the box. And he looks very good, consider that he's a very old figure. Like, if you know the character, he's a guy that specializes in all kinds of weapons, and I think he's an assassin. I'm not too sure. I finished the series, but I still don't know like what I'm watching. But yeah, he's a very cool character. I like the design of the jacket, like all the coat and all this, like yeah, just like tied, and yeah, I just like a gentleman looking outfit. But yeah, let's jump straight into the articulation. Alright, so for the articulation, he's quite standard. His arm is on a ball joint. You can go up that high, and then you can do that bicep curl. His head doesn't really move much though, except left and right. You can't really look up and down because of the design. And the coat is on a Figma joint. And I gotta admit, the coat does look kind of awkward when you try to move around, but it's not too bad. And yeah, we gotta remember this guy's 5 years old. And his leg kick up that high, and he doesn't really do that in the show. I don't know. I feel like he should be able to kick or something, but with the coat, this is the best they can do. But yeah, that's it for the articulation, and we can take a look at the accessories. There's a lot. Alright, so for the accessories, he came with a lot, so bear with me. We're gonna go over all of them. Here's display open hands, some Figma holding hands, some gun holding hands, and some rifle holding hands. And that's not it for the hands. He also came with this kind of like, reaching out to someone hand, like grab my hand. And here is a reloading for the bullet, I think. Yeah, the magic bullet. Like, these bullets in the show, he only has like a limited amount of them. And it's especially designed to deal with magicians. And yeah, let's jump straight into some of the hands. Alright, so here we have the relaxed open palms, and it looks very good. It just looks like he's ready to fight. I like it. Alright, so here he also came with a pair of Figma holding hands that allows you to hold basically anything that fits. And I gotta borrow the katana from you though, because he doesn't come with any accessories that he can hold. I feel like they should have included like a little army knife or something, but yeah, I'm okay with it. And here's some of the gun holding hands, but I'm gonna show you the gun first, obviously. So he came with his signature magic gun, and you can do this, because in the show it only holds one bullet. But yeah, it only holds one bullet. That's pretty cool. And here's the machine gun he uses when somebody gets too close. Like, when people get too close, he will use the machine gun to zone them out, and then he will use his magic gun to shoot a magic bullet to finish people off. Alright, so here I have him holding the guns, and this looks really good. It looks exactly like in the anime. Like, this is awesome. Alright, so he also came with the bullet holding hands that you can try to pull the reload pose off. That's really cool. Like, he can try to reload his gun. I almost forgot he came with these like firing effect parts. That looks very cool. Like, when you're like shooting guns. And I have him swap to the creepy smiling face. At least that's how I see it. Like, this is kind of creepy. Like, if you're smiling like this while shooting your gun, you're probably very crazy. Alright, so the next pair of holding hands is where he's holding the rifle. And here's the rifle. And it's really well like painted and really nicely sculpted. That's very cool. Let's see what he looks like. Alright, so it looks pretty good, but I have to say, I don't recommend putting this on at all. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever experienced. Like, this was really hard to put onto his hand. Like, I feel like I was gonna break something. Like, I can't believe they made it this way. Like, it's so hard to put it on. But I don't know how else they can make it, but yeah, that was really difficult. Alright, so for the last hand accessories, he came with a hand where he can hold the cigarettes. And I gotta say that looks pretty cool. But the cigarettes is so small that I'm probably never gonna do this again. Like, I'm just gonna hide my secrets. I don't want to lose anything. Alright, so this looks kind of creepy, but you can swap his hands out for these alternative hand piece or the arm piece. And then just kind of put his hand into his pocket over here. So just simply slide that in, and that looks very, very good. Yeah, I like it when like anime characters do the cool poses like. Alright, so lastly, he came with this alternative face for smoking. And that looks really good. My only complaint is that I don't like faces looking to the left or to the right. But that looks okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, alright, time for some size comparison. I'm just gonna do a quick run, and here's Ring, Figma Ring from the same series. And here's You from Persona 4. I probably shouldn't keep him on the stand, but yeah, you get the idea. Here's Figma Free Makoto. They're about the same height, which is pretty good. And here's the Gigio Kirito. That's pretty cool. And here's SH Figuarts Minato. So Minato is kind of short. He towers over a lot of people. Well, God, he even towers over Goku. Like, this is the Awakening Goku from SH Figuarts, which is very famous. And here we have the Premium Color Edition Trunks. Compared to him, like, Trunks is really short. I don't really like that, but yeah, let's look at some of the other figures. Here we have the Ultimate Gohan, we have Hulk, we have Disappointment Naruto, we have Piccolo, we have some Kamen Riders, and we have the Figma Spider-Man. Yeah, so he is very tall, like, for a Figma. Because Figma usually does, like, girl characters. Alright, so here's him next to some of the other figures we have over here. And as we can tell, he is very, very tall, like I keep saying. Here's Obi-Wan. And yeah, minus he's on the stand, but he's very tall. And just compare it with other figures like that. It's pretty cool. Here's Luke Skywalker and Bruce Lee. And here's Kylo Ren. I think he's as tall as Kylo Ren, like without minus the stand. But yeah, let's jump straight into final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think he's a really, really good looking figure. But his price has gone up a little bit. I think he runs around $65 right now. So I'm not sure if I would recommend to people who doesn't know the series. And chances are you already have the figure if you like the series. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And my name is Eric. I'll see you guys in the next review.